Yo, what's up, guys? So this one's called Breaking In, and I think it dovetails neatly up against my last video. Um, so here we go. Breaking In. Before I did this, started this video, I asked ChatGTP, who coined that phrase, breaking in? And ChatGTP said, the origin is unknown. It kind of evolved over time. But breaking in, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? I think for a lot of people trying to break in, it just like goes past them like real quick. I'm trying to break in, they'll just say that I'm trying to break in, this kind of thing, just like whatever. And Chat GTP said it how I think people process, writers and so forth, process that word, that term. In other words, ChatGPT said, in other words, it means trying to enter the industry, trying to enter. No, that's not breaking in. Like, in my opinion, take the term literally. You're trying to break into somewhere where they don't fucking want you to be. And some people think like, no, they need me. They need me. My stuff's so good. Do you know how many people have said that to agents? I have the next $1 million deal for you. That's a cliche. You know what I mean? Breaking in, you're trying to break in. Like you're not trying to enter, like, oh, they're not like, welcome in. No, you're trying to break in. You're trying to like juke them, like, I'm going that way, never mind. I got in, bye, peace. And the gatekeeper's like, you're trying to break in. Think of breaking into a home, breaking into a business, no trespassing. That's really what Hollywood's like. Like it has a big sign, no trespassing, no unsolicited material. You're trying to break in, dude. You're trying to break into a place they don't fucking want you, they don't need you. And a lot of writers think it's just that they just don't want me. But they don't understand that they need me. Wants and needs. No, they don't even need you. And writers are like, what? Like, yeah, they do. They need to make new material. They need to make new shit. Think of it this way. Look at all the movies that are out right now. It's all fucking remakes and shit. They have every writer they need. I'm gonna put this a new way. They have every writer they need. The producers, the agents, all of them. They have every writer they need to make those movies and keep doing them. They're not at a loss for writers. They're not. And the agents are like, my roster's full, dude. Like, I don't need any more clients. I'm fine. I'm not looking for, like the higher up agents, I'm not looking for new clients. No, dude. That's not my job to look for new people to break. At this point, they're thinking, like the bigger agents, that's not my job. It used to be, but not anymore. Think of it this way. Like an agent, for example, who's up there now, who's up there making a lot of money, this kind of shit. Their goal is to put a roster together so strong that they can ride this roster out into retirement. Do you see? If they can ride this roster out and it's all fucking great writers and this kind of shit, why would they need someone new? They'd be like, I don't need to go back to when I was, brand new in the fucking industry to try to break new people. That's not my fucking job description. My job is to put them to work. Keep those balls in the air, keep them making money and this kind of thing. That's it. I don't plan on, getting, the only way is if I poach someone externally or even internally. I might try to steal someone's client from my own fucking colleague. We'll see, you know? You think I'm fucking lying? It happened to Sherry. Right, Jay Baker? Okay? And I told her, watch out for Jay, dude. I can say that shit because I don't give a fuck if I'm blackballed. So, but if you understand that, like what the services are telling me, and this is one thing, I think the services do a disservice to writers because they imply or even say, they do two fucked up things, the services, which is why I don't give a fuck if they crash and burn to the ground. They imply that agents are out there like, please send me some material. No, agents aren't like that. They're like, I'm good, man. Don't send me anything. You know what I mean? They imply that, so it makes writers think that these services are trying to just find me and then deliver me to agents who are hungry for new people like me, when the agents are not like that. You know, and one thing, here's another fucked up thing they do that I've never said, is the services will say straight up on their website, they'll say this, they'll say, say or imply that, you notice how the industry is so fucked up, how they can't, you know, on that Coverfly shit, like the, what do they call it? What did they call it? I don't remember what they said, but implying that it's not a meritocracy and this kind of shit. But the services imply that we are the smartest ones. Like, do you notice how fucked up Hollywood is? They can't, like, what they put out is bullshit. You know, they say that in one breath. They talk out of both sides of the mouth. You notice that, how Hollywood's all fucked up. They make the same bullshit, da-da-da-da-da. But, you know, we are the best at finding new material. We'll take you and introduce you to those people. What? So they're talking shit on Hollywood and then saying, trust us, we know more than them how to find material, but we're gonna try to deliver you to them. You know, and a lot of them are like, I won't even take their fucking calls because I don't need new clients. My roster is fucking full, dude, of people you've heard of their movie, them. You've heard of all their shit. Why do I need someone brand new? I don't. Give them to the youngsters. Maybe try to give them to a manager or something, like brand new manager, fine, man. But not, you know, like the bigger agents are like, don't try to send that shit to me. You know, but then someone will say, oh, I'm the anomaly. I know there's anomalies out there. We get it. Like, but in general, that's what's going on. And, you know, that's just a fucked up thing that the services have done is misled writers into thinking that the industry is like dying to have them come in, and it's not fucking true. That's why. Because the industry already has enough writers to ride this out into retirement. And just be like, cool, peace. You know, I'm rich. I had a great run, you know. A bunch of my clients did a bunch of big shit. I'm out. Bye. You know? So with the services, you know, it's interesting that they talk like they are smarter. They're more of the tastemaker than even Hollywood. If you compare, like, number one is the services haven't made any writers money. Have they? Have they ever written a check and said, here you go, writer, here's 100 grand. There's fucking, scale. Have they ever done that? Who, where? No, that's never happened. So when you compare, like I said, they don't deal in product. I said that in my last video. They do deal in product, just not movies and TV. The product is you. You're the product. And you're paying them to be the product. Do you get it? And these people talk shit on me. I talk a lot of shit on these services, man. I don't give a fuck. Block me. However, when they talk like that, I'm the tastemaker. I'm the arbiter of taste. This kind of bullshit, bro. What would they have done on the fucking day of, making certain deals that we made together? What would they have done? Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? You're smarter than me. I'm a loser. You're smarter than me. What the fuck do we do now? Okay, this is what's going on with this deal. What do we do? Do you know? Do you have any idea? What's your opinion? What should we do? They would be like, I don't really know, like that kind of shit though. Because it's all fucking pretend. They've never done it. Ask them. Ask them, have you sold writing of your own? That? Have you done that? Have you sold something for someone else? See what they say. That's a fair question for these services. And when you compare the money, even if you compare just dollar to dollar, what they bring in, all the services bring in all their money from desperate writers, right? The industry, like a CAA brings all their money in from studios and shit. And then disperses that. Agents take their cut. The agency takes their cut. And they give, a crumb to the fucking writer. You know what I mean? But they're making a lot of money. That's why they live in all the fucking big homes and drive the nice cars and all that kind of shit. And they don't. The services. See, they don't like me saying this kind of shit. Like generally, like CA agents, all that kind of shit, like higher level, WME, higher level, all houses and shit. Over here, more apartments and this kind of shit. That's just what it is. So when they try to say like, we know better than them, fuck out of here. That's all I'm saying is just understand what breaking in actually means. And so that's one reason I say if you're trying to break in, man, you got to use everything to your advantage. It's a bit like dating. Like if you don't give a fuck like what you look like or any of that shit, and you're just like, I just want to write like, here's my script and like whatever, man. Nah, bro, you're gonna have a way harder time. You should be thinking about, yeah, I want to kill it on the fucking page. You know what I mean? I want to keep getting better and better and better. And like I said, like turn of phrases, like that's one of the main things I see when I read a boring ass page. Like there's no turns of phrases. There's no fucking callbacks. None of that. Too many fucking words, all that. You got to get that tight as fuck, hitting hard, taking risks, your script, and work on yourself, man. Like walk in, be dynamic, practice that, practice like being dynamic because they're used to celebrities, man. They're used to being around that. And celebrities are very versed in being dynamic, and if you can do that, if you can kill it on the page and be dynamic and have other shit going on in your life to be attractive to the industry, you're gonna have an easier time. But if you don't give a fuck about that part, you're gonna have a harder time. That's just a fact. It's Hollywood, man. It's land of fakeness. It's a land of people like getting facelifts and injections and all this shit, you know? And greed and cars and money and fame and all this shit. Like, if you're a writer and you're like, I don't give a fuck about that part. I'm not even gonna like address it. Then you're gonna have a much harder time breaking in. That's just a reality. You know, so breaking in, all my point there is use everything to your advantage because it's nearly impossible to break in. And even if you do break in, now you got to try to make it. You know what I mean? Like some new writers think like, I just need to break in and then I'm good to go. No, once you break in, now you gotta try to make it. You know what I mean? And whatever, like you might get dropped in as soon as you get signed, the first thing your rep is thinking about is like, you know, how long am I, that's their first thought. Okay, I signed you. My first thought is I'm gonna give you this amount of time before I drop you if you don't fucking convert. And no, I'm not going to any meetings with you. I don't have time for that. I have other clients. I don't got time to like hold your hand through all these meetings and shit. That's all you, brother. Pull it off. You know what I mean? You got a meeting, go in, razzle dazzle them. You know what I mean? Close. You know what I mean? Like if that's not for you, then maybe the industry is not for you. You know, it's a bit of a used car salesman environment, trying to sell your wares, your scripts. You know what I mean? But you don't want to be the guy with like, I have 20 million watches. No, you want to be the guy who's like, I have one watch. It's the best watch. And let me tell you why. That's how you want to pitch, dude. This is the best watch in the world. You know what I mean? Like, versus like, here's a bunch of bullshit. So there we go. I think that's my thoughts on that. And I could go like into negotiations a bit. I would just say that too. I won't go all into it, but I will say that art is negotiations. You know what I mean? It's like, I think some people think like a lot of people come from like the 9-to-5 world and they're used to like, you know, stiff, like, you know, this kind of shit. And it's like art is negotiations, and negotiations is an art in itself, you know. I'll just always remember, man, like, it's never a no until they walk away. You know, even if someone says no, and you know, there's there's still room, or let's say they say this is the price, you know, and it's non-negotiable. We're negotiating right now, you know. Let's say that's the price, is non-negotiable. So then you could say basic bitch shit like, okay, what would make it negotiable? And they're like, well, and cool, now we're negotiating again. You see? And keep talking to them. Make them talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, and you always have the opportunity to, guess what? To walk the fuck away. You don't like that price? You know, like I've said before, like when your agent offers you the price, that's what they've negotiated, but you're still allowed to say no and be like, I don't like that price. You know, but you have to look at what your leverage is though. You know, you might be dumb for saying no because you don't have any leverage. You're just like new, green, and you're just like, I think I deserve $1 million. And it's like, no, you don't, because you don't have any leverage. There's no IP behind this. Like I give you a bunch of reasons why you don't have leverage. You know, this kind of shit. No one's ever heard of this shit. Like, you don't have any leverage, bro. Like, this is the best you're gonna do. Or you might have a bunch of leverage, so you might want to say like, no, thank you, and see if they come back. They might walk away too. You both walk away, and there goes the deal. Or they might come back and say, you know what? Sure, we'll bump up the price. Who the fuck knows, man? But I'm done. Breaking in, man. Like, you got it. You got, like, if you put that in your head, wait a minute. I am trying to break into this thing. No one actually fucking needs me here. They could ride these writers out until I'm dead, bro, and be just fine. So what are you gonna do to stand out and break in and then make it? What are you gonna do? You gonna rely on these services? Anyway, that's my thought. Tough love, guys. Think about this shit. Good luck. Kill it. Peace.